Smart 24, driving business.
All right, we'll be back from the break. We're heading into the very last minutes as we are heading into our segment here. That is the business inside. Been trying to get through my digital aspect in here as we take a look at what is making headlines. Well, proceeding along, it's 2025, and the way it's always every new year, of course, we have to think about the strategies if we are to to make it there. It gets me back to this narrative that you can't keep doing on the same thing other than you expect different result at the end of the day. So at some point you'll have to get out of the comfort zone and think about how you can do something to make things really move soft on your side. Now here are some of the top 5 skills that can help you when you have these skills that can actually help you earn some money in 2025. You get a skill. Now, the report here says this is 2025, and with the economy biting so hard, there is no better place, better time to start thinking about new opportunities than now. Right now is the best time to think about new opportunities. Now, the question is whether you're already a full-time worker or a fresh out of school graduate. Some opportunities can pass on the opportunity to make more money. Now, this is 2025, and we know that opportunities is the way to go. Any opportunity that comes your way, you have to take it on. Let me say it that way. You have to take it on with aggression. You have to take it on that you own it. Yeah, so if we take a look at a part of these skills that can actually generate you some good income, we have social media marketing. Now this is the most obvious one. We know that social media marketing, with billions of people that have subscribed to different social media platforms, you can actually tell that it is a diamond waiting to be mined. That's what the story says. And no brand wants to leave social media without tapping into the potential market it actually offers. We've been talking about e-commerce all the time, and some of the experts in business and other fields get to realize that this is the space where you can actually make some good money. And so it's surprisingly that there are constantly these millions of people, that global market. It's surprisingly that there are constantly searching for the best social media marketeers. It doesn't take so much to learn. Therefore, the tons of free courses on YouTube. You can start from and switch to advanced courses when you found at least your footing. So social media marketing is one of the skills that can generate you money come 2025. If you can get that skill right, then the money is also waiting for you. Then another is content writing. Content writing. Now, here is a digital secret you probably didn't know. Search engines and internet always need content to show for its users. Now, we know that businesses must constantly churn out relatable and optimized content to rank on search engine pages. So it's not surprising that companies constantly need writers. Companies need writers at all time. And if you enjoy writing, try learning how content writing and the SEO work. The SEO work. You can never tell how much money can actually you'll make from it. So it can be a good kickstarting. Then there is website creation and design. Website creation and design. That is very key. Now, this is what they say. Here's an old, here's an age-old skill that never really went out of fashion. That is web creation and design, website design, development, and maintenance. These skills have become a cash cow for skilled people. Now, most businesses have websites that either need rejigging or proper maintenance. They need these websites. Now, once you've learned the skill, contract businesses and offer you services at subsidized rates, and they'll refer you to other businesses. In most cases, when you serve one client right, they'll definitely connect you to the next client. Then another skill that is actually likely to get you money in 2025 is blogging. And you realize that 80% of all these skills have a digital touch to it. Now, in the past, blogging was considered as a hobby. People did during their leisure time. But actually, we've since moved past that. Now, these days, it has become one of the most sought-after skills for people looking to make money online. Now, blogging is also an enjoyable adventure as long as you pick a niche you're comfortable with. Just learn how to drive traffic to your blog, and you'll be good to go. Just learn how you can drive the traffic to hit your goal, then the rest will actually be amazing. And then finally, 2025, the skill that is going to make you money is data analysis. Yes, data analysis. This is interesting. Now, the increasing need of experts who can actually analyze, interpret, and derive insights from data has made data analysis one of the most demanded skills in 2025. Now, the role typically involves studying large amounts of data using tools like Google Sheets, Micro Excel, Python, and SQL. All these are computer softwares to help you in programming, designing websites, and so many more. And data analysis and all that. Now, if you fancy being calculative, then why not? You can pick a data analysis course to develop yourself in this field. It's actually very okay. And business owners and the marketing executives will actually look for you to help them make informed decisions that will drive them closer to their goals. So there you have it. Those are the skills that you need to fancy yourself with as you're pursuing career in 2025. All right, now away from that, let's take a look at the MV Mpungu, Lake Victoria's first roll-on of cargo by sea vessel was launched in Uganda. Now, Lake Victoria's first vessels that transports roll-off cargo, that is including the automobiles, trucks, all commercial vehicles, has been launched in Uganda. Now, of course, named as MV Mpungu, the vessel is owned and operated by the Fast Area Marine Transport. That is a joint venture between the private infrastructure development group, that is Infraco Africa, and Green Dot Limited. Now, the roll-on and roll-off is a method of loading and unloading cargo that is onto a ship where the vehicles like cars, talking about trucks and trailers, are driven directly to the vessel using a ramp, essentially rolling on and rolling off their own wheels rather than being lifted by a crane. Like a traditional cargo operations, it's primarily used for wheeled cargo that can actually move on its own power. Now, speaking during the launch at Port Bell, Luzira, this was on Friday, Zolani Mambo, the CEO of Green Dot, said that at the heart of the project lies the customer and the communities. That's what he said. He said that we committed to transforming freight transport across Lake Victoria, and that is by reducing transit times from days to hours. That is what, according to what Bambo said. You say that the vessel will actually will for now travel between Port Bell and Mwanza in Tanzania before adding Kenya. Now, in his very own statement, this is what he said. We have consistently operated with the excellence as MV Mpungu forms the foundation of an efficient logistics network across Lake Victoria. This is what he said. We are therefore excited to create enduring value for our customers in Uganda, and Uganda facilitating the seamless movement of cargo from origin to destination. You know. Now, Gilles Vase, Chief Investment and Project Development Officer, said such vessel will actually further increase the volume of goods that are transported on the sea. Now, the development of high-quality marine infrastructure, such as this vessel and port facilities, hold the key to unlocking Lake Victoria's vast potential for trade. Now, with Uganda being a landlocked country, there is hope that this vessel is the beginning of an acceleration of trade activity on Lake Victoria. That's according to what Vaz made in a statement. Now, that's the vessel that you've been seeing on your screen that was launched off there. Now, officials say that the vessel will actually reduce time travel from Kampala to Mwanza from 4 days to just 18 hours on each trip. It will carry 19 trailers. Now, this will reduce pressure and traffic congestion on Ugandan roads, you know. Yeah, I think we've talked about this. When we have alternative transport routes, it will help to solve on that strained infrastructure that we have currently. Now, the State Minister for Transport, that is Fred Byamukama, could not agree more. Now, Uganda being, this is what, according to what Byamukama said, he said that Uganda being a land-linked country, we heavily rely on road transport for transportation of our imports and exports. Now, this comes along with the number of costs such as high road maintenance costs, environmental costs, and related land tariff barriers that have actually led to increased cost of transportation. Now, there is also an issue of commemorative examination of goods, which is actually wasteful and tending to increase the costs of doing business. And he says that these increased costs, I must assure you, have directly impacted on us. That is what Byamukama said. Now, he said with the coming of the MV Mungu on board, all these costs on the transport have actually been dealt with. Now, President Museveni, in a speech read by the Prime Minister Robert Nabbanja, hailed the owners of the vessel, noting that it is subversive for any leader not to support investors like the owners of the MV Mungu, the one you see on screen. Now, he described the launch of the vessel as being timely in linking Uganda to other East African and African markets. Now, for vehicles to drive from Mwanza, they must travel on congested road for 3 to 4 days, and fresh produce might actually get spoiled, you know. So also by using the roads, the cost of traders and producers is prohibitively high. With the coming of the MV Pungu, all these will actually be done away with. That's according to what President Museveni said. Now, he said that the vessel will spur trade between Uganda and other countries, and now this project will also have other lasting benefits for the Ugandan economy. Now, this vessel was built at Entebbe, leading to employment of over 160 Ugandans, skilled in trades such as steel cutting, welding, engineering, and electrical services. And that's what they did. You say that the project is a great milestone for the East African region, you know, and this vessel, and of course, advancing our trade in East Africa and environmental priorities, rather, while strengthening the regional ties. And that is what the prospects coming in from the key stakeholders of these related aspects in here. And another report here that's surfaced just about today's back that I feel is relevant to be discussed, most especially for the business people in the fishing industry. Now, they say that smoked fish and used vehicles drive monthly inflation higher. Smoked fish. And how real is this? Now, if we continue, Uganda's monthly headline inflation for January 2025 rose by 0.3%, you know, following a 0.5 percent increase in recorded. That is in December 2024. Now, this is according to the latest consumer price indices and inflation. This is a report by the Ugandan Bureau of Statistics. Now, the report highlights that smoked tilapia, fish, and second-hand vehicles, were the primary drivers of inflation last month. Now, smoked tilapia fish prices surged from 1.5%, a decline in December 2024, to a sharp increase of 10.5% in January 2025. Now, similarly, the prices of second-hand vehicles rose from 1.2% to about 3.6% over the same period of time. Now, Godfrey Magoma, a senior statistician at the WOBOS, attributed the price increases to seasonal factors. So the rise in smoked fish prices is largely influenced by fluctuations due to what we call seasonal changes in the fishing patterns. On the other hand, the growing cost of hand vehicles is partly driven by the increase in importation expenses and steady demand on the local market. This is according to what Magoma explained in the report. Now, the report further details that the price of 1 kilogram of smoked fish was actually selling at about 30,419 in 2024 January, and had risen to about 35,975 Ugandan shillings in January 2025. Now, other food items also experienced significant price hikes, with fresh leafy vegetables increasing from 0.6% and sweet potatoes rising from 1.2% to 4.2%. Now, economists in Uganda have recommended several measures to address inflation. Several measures to address inflation, especially from the essential products experience price hikes. Now, expanding irrigation programs can actually stabilize food prices by increasing agricultural output, while food investments in better harvest storage facilities can actually reduce food wastage and also ensure that there is a steady supply of products throughout the year. Now, strengthening domestic production and value addition is definitely another key solution, supporting local manufacturing, and can actually reduce dependency on imported goods, which are often affected by what we call the fluctuating exchange rates, while encouraging agro-processing can actually help the farmers earn more and ensure price stability in the market. Now, apart from individual commodities, the report also provides regional inflation insights. Now, Kampala high-income households registered the highest annual inflation rate at exactly 4.8% in January 2025, which is up from 4.1% in December 2024. Now, other urban centers also recorded notable inflation rates, with Masaka at exactly 4.1% and Bala following closely up. But of course, despite all these inflationary pressures, WOBOS remains optimistic that improved agriculture production, that is in the coming months, could actually stabilize the food prices. Now, Magoma also said that with better conditions, we expect food supply to improve, which should actually help moderate inflation. Magoma still added on that note. Now, as Uganda navigates these economic shifts, the policymakers and consumers alike will be keeping a close eye on future price movements. That is to be able to assess their impact on the cost of living. Well, that is it for now. Let's go for the break. We shall definitely be returning to wind this up. Stick around.